Welcome to Best World Documentaries 2050. Today, we delve deep into the remarkable journey of Kamala Harris, a figure who has redefined American politics through her resilience and commitment to justice. From her beginnings as the daughter of immigrants to becoming the first female vice president of the United States, her story is one of hope, determination, and the ongoing struggle for equality. Join us as we explore the many facets of her life, the challenges she faced, and the legacy she continues to build in American history. Kamala Devi. Harris was born on October 20th, 1964 in Oakland, California, to Shyamala Gopalan, a cancer researcher from India, and Donald Harris, an economics professor from Jamaica. Growing up in a multicultural and diverse environment, Kamala was deeply influenced by her parents' backgrounds and values. They instilled in her a sense of justice and a commitment to social change, which became the guiding principles of her life. From a young age, Kamala experienced the richness of different cultures. Her mother would share stories of her family's heritage and the struggles they faced, which helped shape Kamala's understanding of the world. Her parents' strong work ethic and emphasis on education fueled her ambition. She was a bright student, always eager to learn and engage with the world around her. In her formative years, she witnessed the struggles of families in her neighborhood, igniting her understanding of the systemic inequalities that persist in society. Kamala's childhood was marked by active participation in her community, where she engaged in various events and initiatives that promoted equality and justice. Her early exposure to the civil rights movement, often accompanying her mother to protests and rallies, ignited her passion for activism. These experiences instilled a sense of duty within her, shaping her belief in the importance of standing up for what is right. She learned about the power of collective action and the impact of advocacy, which would serve her well in her future endeavors. Her academic journey took her to Howard University, a historically Black university that nurtured her commitment to social justice. Here, she excelled in her studies, earning her degree in political science and economics. At Howard, Kamala not only developed her intellectual prowess, but also connected with a vibrant community of activists. This period was transformative, allowing her to engage in discussions about race, equity, and social justice. She was not just an exceptional student. She became actively involved in various organizations, advocating for civil rights and working toward empowering marginalized communities. Following her graduation, Harris pursued her law degree at the University of California, Hastings College of the Law. Her legal education was marked by a commitment to pro bono work, helping those who lacked access to legal resources. This dedication to social justice became the foundation of her legal career. After obtaining her law degree, she began her career as a prosecutor in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office, where she tackled gang violence and drug-related crimes. In 2003, Kamala Harris made history by becoming the first female district attorney of San Francisco. Her tenure was marked by innovative programs aimed at reducing recidivism and providing support for at-risk youth. Her holistic approach to justice set a new standard in the field. as she emphasized rehabilitation over mere punishment. She launched initiatives focused on mental health, substance abuse treatment, and community engagement, demonstrating her commitment to addressing the root causes of crime. During her time as district attorney, Harris implemented programs that diverted nonviolent offenders from prison to rehabilitation programs. These initiatives showcased her understanding that many individuals caught in the criminal justice system faced complex social challenges. By prioritizing treatment and support, Harris sought to break the cycle of incarceration, creating a more just system. She often spoke about the need for a compassionate approach to criminal justice, advocating for alternatives to incarceration that address the needs of individuals and communities. In 2010, Harris continued to break barriers when she became California's first African American and first woman Attorney General. Her leadership in this role was characterized by bold initiatives that prioritized criminal justice reform, consumer protection, and environmental justice. Her efforts to combat human trafficking and sexual exploitation showcased her determination to address critical social issues. Harris's groundbreaking work earned her national recognition, making her a prominent voice in the fight for justice and equity. As Attorney General, Harris confronted the national housing crisis head-on, taking a stand against predatory lending practices that disproportionately affected communities of color. Her advocacy led to billions in settlements that helped families retain their homes, reflecting her dedication to economic justice. Harris's leadership in mortgage reform demonstrated her commitment to creating a fairer financial landscape for all Americans. Her tenure also saw her advocating for policies that protected consumers from fraudulent practices, ensuring that vulnerable populations had access to justice. In the political landscape, Harris faced challenges and opposition, but continued to persevere. Her reputation as a tough but fair prosecutor won her both supporters and critics. She had to navigate the complex dynamics of California politics while advocating for progressive change. Yet, her determination never wavered, and she remained steadfast in her commitment to her values. During this time, Harris faced scrutiny over her positions, but she skillfully articulated her vision for justice reform, framing her policies as essential for creating a more equitable society. In 2017, Harris was elected to the United States Senate, making history as the first Indian American and second African American woman to serve in this position. Her time in the Senate solidified her reputation as a formidable advocate for progressive policies. Kamala quickly became a leading voice on key issues such as healthcare reform, immigration, and civil rights. Her sharp questioning during Senate hearings garnered widespread attention, showcasing her ability to confront powerful officials while holding them accountable. Throughout her Senate career, Harris focused on amplifying the voices of marginalized communities. She crafted legislation aimed at dismantling systemic barriers and championing civil rights. Her speeches often reflected the struggles faced by everyday Americans, resonating deeply with constituents. Her passion for justice was evident in her advocacy for the rights of immigrants, women, and people of color. She consistently pushed for comprehensive immigration reform, understanding the importance of protecting vulnerable populations and promoting human rights. As a member of several key committees, including the Judiciary and Homeland Security Committees, Harris used her platform to address pressing issues, from gun control to racial justice. She was unafraid to take on powerful figures and corporations, demanding accountability and transparency. Her ability to articulate the concerns of her constituents earned her respect and admiration across party lines. She worked collaboratively with fellow senators, building coalitions to advance legislation that addressed critical issues facing the nation. In August 2020, Kamala Harris made history once again when she was selected as Joe Biden's running mate, becoming the first woman of South Asian descent to be nominated for vice president. Her nomination was more than a political milestone. It represented a breakthrough for women and people of color in politics. As the nation faced unprecedented challenges, including the COVID-19 pandemic and ongoing social justice movements, her presence on the ticket symbolized hope and resilience. Throughout the campaign, Harris connected with voters, emphasizing unity and healing. Her ability to articulate the concerns of the American people resonated strongly during a time of deep political division. The Biden-Harris campaign focused on restoring trust in government and addressing pressing issues such as healthcare, economic recovery, and systemic racism. Kamala's personal experiences and powerful narrative played a crucial role in galvanizing support. She often spoke about the importance of empathy and compassion, urging Americans to come together in the face of adversity. On January 20th, 2021, Kamala Harris was sworn in as Vice President of the United States, making history as the highest-ranking female official in American history. Her journey to the White House represents a pivotal moment in American history, embodying the promise of a more inclusive political landscape. As Vice President, Harris has taken on critical issues, including immigration reform, climate change, and healthcare access, demonstrating her commitment to uplifting marginalized communities. In her role as Vice President, Harris has focused on key initiatives aimed at advancing equality and justice. She has championed policies that promote economic empowerment, advocating for fair wages and opportunities for all workers. Additionally, she has prioritized access to education, recognizing its role as a pathway to success for future generations. Harris's work extends beyond traditional policymaking. She actively engages with communities, listening to their needs and concerns. This engagement has allowed her to connect with individuals on a personal level, understanding their struggles and aspirations. As the nation grapples with significant challenges, Harris remains dedicated to addressing systemic inequalities. Her initiatives prioritize economic empowerment, education, and healthcare access, aiming to create a more equitable society for all. Her leadership style emphasizes collaboration and empathy, and she strives to build bridges across political divides to achieve meaningful progress. This approach has garnered her respect not only within her party, but also among moderates who seek common ground on pressing issues. Throughout her vice presidency, Kamala Harris has faced unique challenges. The political landscape remains polarized, and she must navigate a Congress that often struggles to find common ground. Yet, her leadership is marked by resilience and grace, She understands the weight of her role as a trailblazer, knowing that her every move is scrutinized, yet she continues to forge ahead, breaking barriers in the process. Harris has also been a staunch advocate for mental health awareness, recognizing its importance in the overall well-being of individuals and communities. In recent years, particularly in 2023 and early 2024, Harris has become increasingly vocal about reproductive rights and gender equality, especially in light of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. She has launched initiatives to protect women's health and access to reproductive services, urging Congress to pass comprehensive legislation that safeguards these rights. Harris has emphasized the importance of protecting women's autonomy and has called for a national conversation on the need for equitable healthcare access for all. This advocacy has resonated strongly with young voters and women, further solidifying her role as a leader in the fight for reproductive rights. As the 2024 presidential election approaches, Harris remains a key figure in the Democratic Party, advocating for unity and progressive change. Her focus on the issues that matter most to the American people positions her as a formidable candidate in future elections. Harris continues to mobilize voters and inspire younger generations to engage in the democratic process. Her ability to connect with diverse communities and articulate their needs has positioned her as a vital voice in the political landscape. In conclusion, Kamala Harris's legacy is one of resilience, empowerment, and advocacy. Her journey from a young girl in Oakland to the Vice President of the United States exemplifies the power of determination and the importance of fighting for justice. As we reflect on her impact, we recognize that her story is ongoing, with each chapter still unfolding. Harris stands as a testament to the progress that can be made when individuals are willing to challenge the status quo and advocate for those who have been marginalized. In this unfolding narrative of American politics, Kamala Harris's legacy continues to be a story of resilience and empowerment. As we reflect on her journey, we invite you to consider the impact of her leadership on future generations. Her story is still being written, with each chapter unfolding in real time. As she serves as a trailblazer, her experiences and insights will shape the dialogue around critical issues facing the American people. Thank you for joining us on this insightful journey through the life and career of Kamala Harris. We hope her story inspires you to engage in the ongoing conversation about justice, equality, and democracy. Stay tuned for more compelling content from Best World Documentaries 2050, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with others who seek to understand the evolving landscape of American politics. Together, we can continue to explore the narratives that shape our world.